Shalom, Shalom, Koholayim La, Albanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rekak Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Now, as you see on the screen, chariot, man. Okay? Beaming up Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's children, man. Okay? And that's our salvation, man. That's how we're going to get out of this destruction, man, out of this judgment, man. You know? And we hope and pray to have a seat in one of these chariots, man. We hope and pray to have that name, Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, on our foreheads, man, to receive mercy, man. Okay, and furthermore, the sure mercies of David, man. Okay, we hope and pray to have that hedge and that protection, even if we have to be martyrs, which is witnesses for Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, man. Okay, because we have to be put to death for this truth, you know, Adawan Ratazah, we will be resurrected with Yahweh Shai when he comes back to judge this place, man. But as I always state and say, and will continue to say, let me shut the hell up, because our opinion don't mean nothing. And let's let this Bible speak. Let's let this Bible talk. So let's go to Romans chapter 13. And let's read verses 11 to 12. And it reads this. And that knowing the time, okay, and now is that time, Israel. Now is the time for you to wake the hell up and come back to your, okay, not everybody's, your heritage, your inheritance, and seek and fear and find out how you can please Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, okay? And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake. Like I just stated, it's high time to awake out of your slumber, your dead mindset, your abominable, filthy ways. It's time to be renewed in your mind, your la'ab, man. It's time to seek another path that is righteous, that is the correct path, because your path and you following after the heathen is void. Okay, it does not and will not lead you to a salvation, lead you to a correct path to get you mercy, protection, etc., man. It's only going to lead you to death. Okay, I'm going to read from the top again. Romans 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now, okay, these latter days, right now, man, the end times. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. The salvation is clearly and being shown forth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, that we need to seek the Lord, and that our salvation is literally at arm's reach. These prophecies are popping off the pages, man. Okay? And we see these prophecies manifesting before our eyes. But let's continue on. Verse 12. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Okay, that day of judgment, that day of salvation. Okay? Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. So you're supposed to cast off the philosophies, the ways of this life, which you've been taught. Because what you've been taught is complete lies, leading you to destruction. Okay? You don't want to follow, as it says in Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2, I want to say, learn not the way of the heathen, man. The heathen is already in darkness, man. Because the heathen wasn't chosen to be given these to be given these law, statutes, and commandments, to be given this pure knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, Sophia, and to have a father, to call to be called his children, to be surnamed of him. Yasharallah. Okay? Prince of the power, man. But let's continue. Verse 12 again. Romans chapter 13, verse 12. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. And what is that armor? Who is the armor of light? Who is the light? Who is the word? Who is unlocking the seals, man? Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, man. He's given us and feeding us continuously the understanding of the scriptures, building us up through Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, man, through the Rakak Radash, man. Yahweh Shai is doing all these things, man. So, to you Israelites and you other people out here saying that we don't have to reverence or acknowledge or even speak of Yahweh Shai's name or even giving him any type of recognition is completely off. And you're going to be condemned by your words, man. You're going to be judged by your actions, by the work of your hands, man. But let's continue, because everything that I'm saying right now is another lesson for another time. So let's stay on course. Let's stay with the photo, okay? Because that's what the lesson's about. Let's go to Isaiah. Because when this happens, when Israel is beamed up into these chariots, man, and even Salaki, even before this happens, there's going to be chaos, mayhem, stress, anguish, affliction, oppression on the soils of the earth, man. But when Israel is beamed up, man, that's when the real destruction, the real judgment comes, man. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 13, and let's read verse 5, and it reads this. They come from a far country. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and the weapons of his indignation. Okay, and as you see right here, this chariot on the screen, yes, you see it beaming up somebody right now. Okay, it's not showing you how many people. Okay, but obviously we know when it's beaming up somebody, it's either right now in this picture could be an angel, but other than that, it has to be an Israelite, because that's the Lord is only going to beam up his people. The Lord is only going to protect and have a hedge and give salvation to his people, man. Okay, but regardless of just that device, okay, that function that you see right now with this chariot, okay, these chariots are also made to destroy, to bring forth judgment, man. Okay, and these chariots do marvelous things in the sky, man. Marvelous things. They can, disappear, appear just like that. The speed of the chariot is above and beyond than what we can imagine or try to comprehend. Okay, these chariots do so many things. Isaiah 13 verse 5 again. They came from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and the weapons of his indignation. That's righteous fury. Indignation is righteous fury, to bring forth righteous, balanced judgment. Okay? To destroy the whole land. And what land is going to be destroyed? What land is going to be never inhabited throughout all generations once it's destroyed? Babylon the Great, man. Okay? Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, in which America means bitter, and Babylon means confusion. So the land of bitter confusion, man. Bitter confusion. This place is going to be destroyed, man. Okay? The chariots is good. The chariots in Yahweh Shai is going to start it off, the destruction, and then Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to put the spirit on Esau, his nation, to shoot missiles to this place to utterly destroy it. And to be honest with you, the Lord is just, he just want to get out the way, man. In 1 hour. And Salakia too. Let me make this clear, man. Because the Lord is being very merciful doing that. The Lord can destroy this place in 3 seconds if he wanted to. Yes, you heard me. 3 seconds. If Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai wanted to, he could destroy whatever he want, whether it be America, China, Japan, Russia, Ukraine, wherever. The Lord could destroy that place in 3 seconds. Matter of fact, 1 second. That's how powerful the Lord is, man. But the Lord is going to be so merciful. He's going to give you Babylonians an hour just to realize that you're being judged and you're being punished because you're so proudful, you're so lofty. Okay? But let's continue. Because like I stated and said, these chariots are going to be our salvation out of this, Adawan Ratazah, that myself and you, beloved Aki and Wa'akwaf of the hopeful elect are going to be in one of these chariots. This is going to be our salvation. So let's go here real quick. This is Revelation. Bear with me. Let me get to it. This is Revelation chapter 11. And I'm going to read verse 12, and it reads this. And they heard a great voice from heaven. Okay, and that great voice is going to be Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is going to be sent back by Yahweh, and he's going to bring judgment. But before he starts to judge this place, he's going to, I can't remember exactly what the words in Hebrew are. Baba Gushal Salaki, please forgive me. Maybe if a beloved brother know, or maybe if I can ask one of my beloved brothers sometime this week or at camp, what are those words going to be? And I'll restate them. But Yahweh Shai is going to say, gather, come up hither, gather my elect, and you're going to be beamed up. And Lord willing, we are of those first fruits. Revelation chapter 11, verse 12 again. And they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, come up hither. So Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is going to say, come up hither in the Lashawan Kodash. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Now let's get a depiction of that action. Let's get a depiction of how the heathens are going to react to that action. Okay, because, these heathens think that we ain't shit. These heathens think that we ain't nobody. These heathens believe in their wicked spirit that they're justified in everything that they do to us, and that we're just, peons, nobodies, nothings. Okay? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. I'm going to read from verses 2 to 4, and it reads this. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Oh, man, oh, man. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, of the elect, so far above all they look for. And they repenting and groaning, okay, because, 2/3 of our people are going to be judged. So they're going to be repenting and groaning for, not acknowledging and understanding that we were speaking to them. And furthermore, that's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai blinding them to judge them. And again, that's another lesson for another time. But let's continue. Verse 3 again. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he. Okay, now the heathen is talking. Now the heathens are talking. This was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. So like of reproach. So like it. Forgive me. I'm excited. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. So these heathens, especially these damn Edomites, think that we're nobody, we're scum. Okay, we're trash, we're garbage. When actually, we're the kings and princesses of this world, man. We're the children of the living power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And what you see right now on the screen is going to be our salvation, man. That's a clear depiction of us, how they're going to be stopping and looking, man. But it's not going to be like this exactly, man. They're going to be running for fear, defecating, peeing on themselves, crying, asking God why, begging, very heavy begging, all types of stuff to just get away from these nuclear missiles, these ICBMs about to hit the earth, man, about to hit Babylon and these other places too, man. Okay? They're going to see that their judgment, their punishment coming, and then the Lord's going to be flashing everything right before their eyes, man. But let's continue. Let's go back to Revelation. Let's go to chapter 18 real quick. Because it's a reason why, 1/3 of our people are going to be getting beamed up from this, man, from this judgment. Okay, and it says Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Okay, and that's going to be said in the Lashawan Kodash, man. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. And what does that mean? Of her judgment, of the final judgment that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to bring upon this place right now. And that's the complete annihilation, the complete destruction of this place, man. Okay? Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, man. And those plagues, you can't hide from it. I mean, the Lord's going to preserve the elites in those bunkers that they got, whether it be in the sea, in the land, or in the heavens. The Lord is going to preserve those elites of these heathen nations to go into captivity first, man. Because if the Lord wants you done, if the Lord wants you clapped and judged, it's a wrap, man. You cannot escape from Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai's hands, man. Hebrews 10, verse 31, man. Okay? Somebody has to build up our kingdom. Somebody has to bring back the heathen nations. So the Lord is going to preserve a certain elites to do so. Okay? But we're going to be beamed up because, Adawan Ratizah, which means Lord willing, we will be of the first fruits, the chosen, before the creation, the foundation of the earth, to be saved. Okay, and to be cleansed and washed by the blood of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And let me say this too, all Israel is cleansed and washed by the blood of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay, but it starts with the house of the water first. 2/3 of our people are going to have to be judged for their iniquities, their transgressions, man. Because the Lord only chose a certain few to be saved out of the last captivity. Okay, hope I'm not losing you. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah only chose from the beginning, before he created everything, that a certain portion of his people were going to be saved out of the last captivity. Okay? He's not going to save everybody like in Egypt. Okay? Back in the land of Ham. Okay? It's not going to happen. But let's close out here. Because it's only going to be for a certain time, a certain portion of time. And we're going to be in those, Adawan Ratazah. We're going to be in those chariots with Yahweh Shai drinking wine, crying, exalting the Lord, having those new bodies, being thankful. It's going to be so many feelings, man. We can't explain it right now because we're not going through it, but it's going to be so many marvelous and great feelings that we're going to have, and while we Lord willing, Adawan Ratazah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, wearing those chariots and being with Yahweh Shai, being able to hug him and to hear, good work serving and to hopefully have our wives and our children saved, hopefully. But regardless, if not, we'll still get them back in the kingdom, Because as it says in Philippians 2 and verse 12, seek out thy own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Okay? But let's read this. This is Isaiah 26. I'm going to read verses 20 to 21, and it reads this. Come, my people. Okay? Come, my people. Enter thou into thy chambers. Okay? Those chariots. Okay? That chariot right there that you see, that's a chamber. That's a chamber from protection. Because that chamber that you see on the screen is going to hover over top the earth to keep us preserved from destruction. Okay? Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. So, you know, the people that's going to get beamed up in those chariots, once the last people get beamed up in those chariots, those doors are going to be shut, and that chariot is going to be maneuvered away from the destruction. Okay. And matter of fact, more than likely that those chariots are probably going to go to the mothership where it's going to be unloaded, and the remnant is going to feast and celebrate and worship and exalt and praise and sing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as if, so like you hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. So yeah, we're going to be in the chariots. We don't know exactly how many minutes, hours, days, or whatever the case may be, how long. Okay, but we're going to be in the chariots for a certain amount of time. And then we're going to come to, once we come back down to the soils of earth, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Okay, once we come down from from those chariots to the soils of earth, it's like to the soils of earth, it is a wrap for you heathens, man. Captivity begins when the first brother's foot touched that soil. It has begun. Like Mortal Kombat said, it has begun. Okay, verse 21. Because this, you know, this, like I said, this is part of the reason why we're going to be beamed up into those chariots. For behold, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall be, the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. So the earth is going to be purified. The earth is going to be cleansed. And like I stated, when we touch ground, the captivity is going to begin, and the earth's resurrection. Restoration. The earth is going to be repaired, going to be renewed. Okay. Into balance, to its right structure. It's going to be, you know, the land Sabbaths. Ain't going to be no damn treating the earth wrong, and, you know, chemtrails and the you know, abusing the sea. None of that stuff. The earth is going to be beautiful how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai made it from the beginning. And as a matter of fact, it's more than likely going to be more beautiful. Okay? So we're going to leave it right there, man. Lord willing, I hope and I pray that this is edifying and uplifting, a faith booster. Okay, make you have more trust, more belief, more hope, more faith, and most of all, more fear in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because if you're not on the chariot, if you're not on one of these chariots right here, when that destruction comes, you already know what it is, man. The Lord already had it signed and sealed for you to receive this punishment, man. And if you're here, because either way, man, if you get judged before the chariots, you know, maybe that's a little bit of mercy. But if you're here when the missiles come, the Lord really, really had an issue with you, man. Really, truly, man. So hope and pray, man, that, you know, you have a seat reserved for you on a chariot, and that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with you, and that he chose you to have salvation. So, Lord willing, I hope and I pray that this is edifying and uplifting to the hopeful elect. So with that, I'm just going to say as usual, Shalom.